In today's episode of Enshrouded, I set the floor on fire. Smash some pottery. Bingo, 1 copper bar. And do a cool trick. Double kill. Yeah, it's fun. Welcome back to Enshrouded, everybody. Hope you're doing well. So I wanted to focus today's episode on trying to get all of the, I suppose, what do you call them? Devices? I don't know, like furniture, crafting benches for all the crafty people, basically. So I've been going through a lot of Revelwood kind of thing off camera. Well, not off camera, but I've been recording it. But I'm going to go through the highlights of my journey through Revelwood, starting with the fight with this fell thunderbrute here and the subsequent taking of the shroud route here. This clears up the sort of area quite nicely. Nice two-handed mace there as well, but it gets scrapped because it's a two-handed mace and nobody wants that. Anyway, another shroud route gone, clearing this area entirely. Next up is Thornhold in pursuit of the saw blades. Of course, there's a little bit of a breadcrumbs mission here, but we get to fight some of these green sword dudes. And I actually make pretty good progress on this one, using a combination of block and attack. Seem to almost overwhelm his block, but these things are absolutely ferocious fighters. And as you can see, though, he didn't land a hit on me. Kicked his butt. So Thornhold's clear, but that led me to a bandit camp just north of Thornhold there. And after dispatching a number of scavengers, I managed to find the saw blades. But there's also a scavenger matron here, so I decided to murder her as well. After pumping nearly 150 copper arrows into her, she died, and that was that. Of course, her getting stuck in her own bear trap did help. After that, completing another shroud route, and then on to Daedalin for the Daedalin blocks. We get a little bit of lore here, which leads us to the Crucible location. Another bit of a breadcrumbs trail that we have to follow in order to find the actual Crucible location. So, the half-timber building blocks is a nice little price for this one. A quick stop off at the abandoned hunter camp, which is kind of just north of where we were, to murder 1,000 spiders. And this is where the hand spindle is. I didn't expect this to happen. After picking up the hand spindle, all of the spiders seem to all congregate in the center of the cave here. I don't know if it's they didn't know where I was, but this is a lot of spiders. They just keep coming. They just keep coming. Still, it's a tasty amount of experience for me. You can just watch my experience bar climbing up. And also the scatter shot here really helps. You're going to murder several spiders in one hit because they all only take one hit to kill. But that is a lot of critter parts and a lot of string. On our way to the forge location, I find the Blue Goblet pub. Well, tavern, you know. This is perhaps one of the best structures to convert into your base if you're considering a new base location in Revelwood, because it has a native rested bonus that is 24 minutes on its own before you even start adding anything in here. That's pretty good for a POI. I mean, you know, it requires a lot of work, but overall it's in a pretty good state. Lots of room, 3 floors to do, and a well on site as well. So, a pretty good one if you fancy a restore job. For me, though, I'm planning my next build is a completely from scratch, so no more restorations for me just yet. So, worth noting, the Blue Goblet Tavern. Next up, we head into the Mark Sameth copper mine, full of scavengers. And Sameth seems to be their leader, except he apparently wanted all the elixir for himself, didn't share it with his men, and his men banished him from their camp. Oh well. Again, after dispatching a few of the scavengers, we find the Crucible behind a pile of rubble, and our job here is done. So that's it then. We got the saw blade for the table saw, the spindle for linen, and now the crucible for the forge. And even after all of that speedy uppy to try and like push through Revelwood as quickly as we can, there's still so much to do up here. We've got question marks everywhere. We've got obelisks. We've got this stuff up here. We've got the rumbling, the catacombs, lost in the shroud, whatever that is. And then, of course, the capital as well. That's, you know, going to be a big deal. We've got a elixir well here. There's probably several shroud routes hidden in there as well. So there's still lots to do. But the point is, we now have all of the crafty stuff. Well, we will have now all the crafty stuff. We now need to visit this chappy for the circular saw blades. You brought back the blades, huh? Scavengers gave you trouble, so Thornhold didn't hold a shame. Well, let's craft that table saw in there on. I put it where I can see it. Oh, I've done that already. My hard-timbered blocks. You found my hard-timbered blocks, huh? Keep them in case you want to make something masterful with them. A new home built to last. All right, so the table saw then. Where's that at? That's the top right there. Bingo. There we go. So we can pop that down here somewhere. I mean, you know, this was the whole intention of this area, was to be a crafty place. Although he also needs to build the kiln. I might put the kiln there where that table is, in which case this, let's put it in place of this workbench here. Nice table saw next to the bed. Makes sense, makes no sense whatsoever. But we won't worry about it. And this can go over here. That'll do. There we go. So that creates wood planks. Okay, so we just need some wood logs, which I'm sure I have somewhere in a box, somewhere around here. Wood logs. I have no idea what's in what box, to be honest. Just go through them and shift R into every one of them. And now it's like, oh, don't know if I have any of this stuff. So let's put a bunch of these in here. And there we go. That's going to start making some wood planks, which I'm sure we probably need for the half-timbered blocks, right? So that's that. We've also got this, which I think is just furniture we placed down. Hold up, I didn't want to put it there. There we go. Oh my god, look at the size of it. Okay, it's not that big. So we put it next to this forge. That'll fit quite nicely there. But time to craft a smelter. You found my crucible. Was that journey too tough for you? Quit whining, Flameborn. Rekindle a flame takes time and patience. Right now, just crafting that smelter will suffice. Let's get to work. Okay, I'm not whining. 50 fired bricks and 1 crucible. Oh, well, I put the crucible down because I thought, I guess, okay. But we don't have 50 fired bricks. Well, mind you, I think we can get the kiln. Yes, we can, because that was lump of clay, wasn't it? Which we should have had a while ago. Okay, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of rearranging here. Let me just pick this stuff up here. And I'm not at all happy with this corner anyway, so remodeling it is a-okay. We are going to line it up and do some fancy stuff with it. First of all, let's get rid of this line of stair blocks here, because they don't line up with anything. And then we'll use flintstone to close this off here. Although it's saying that, let's see, does I suppose if the kiln fits in there quite nicely, we may only need to kill off, like, it's funny, because the kiln has got a chimney. So it's like, does that even work as a thing? You know what? I don't care. It works, because it will make it work. I will make it legal. And we'll make it part of the woodwork, of the walls here. We'll just build this down like this. And it looks like it's built in. There you go. See? And the chimney goes out the other way. It doesn't really matter. So we have a kiln. And that means that if we add lumps of clay and wood to this as well... Well, we're going to go through some wood here, guys, aren't we? Okay, no problem. I'll take half this stack here. And we just need to find the clay. Which is somewhere around here. There we go. 40 lumps of clay. 47 lumps of clay. That should create, hopefully... I don't know what the ratio is. 1 lump of clay and 1 wood log makes 46 fired bricks. And I'm assuming it's 46 because that's got a 1 in it. Which means that we are short of more clay. That's fine. We need to go and get some clay. Okay, it's not the end of the world. It's just like a mild inconvenience to my plans. A mild interruption. All right, so I'm going to put some furniture back here. No problem. After all, the carpenter does live here. We need to make it nice for him. Here we are. Lovely. Oh, there's fire coming through the brickwork. Okay. Okay. I will need to reconsider the position of the kiln here. What I might do is create something in the end of the house here, in this corner, and create a chimney. Oh, hello, easy tiger. A second chimney. Although, I wonder if I could use it in place of the fire here. I just take the fire out, because this I presume gives warmth, right? The shovel is just ever so slightly bingo. And that provides warmth. It does. It provides warmth. So it still counts. The only thing is it doesn't glow, but yeah, whatever. It works. It's a little bit glitched, but I'm okay with it. We're okay with it. All right, so we've got to get these 50 clay and we can make a smelter. And that means we'll be able to then start smelting copper. And copper is going to be a game changer with us. Copper tools, copper arrows for days. It's going to be great. Now, as for the hand spindle, I placed this in here. It looks nice, like a bit of furniture in the hunter's place. And this is already creating a bunch of flax. So we've got 22 flax here. Now, what I want is the ranger set or the marksman set. They're both pretty much identical. I think the marksman set looks a little bit more Assassin's Creedy. Skill shot, stamina regen, and 500 stamina regeneration delay. I love that. 2 regeneration, stamina, range damage, stamina. We need copper bars for the ranger set anyway. I think I know where to get that. I have to go out and get clay anyway. I may just pop out to the ancient spire up here. And if we're lucky, we can smash some of these things. And one of them might have a copper bar. Bingo, 1 copper bar. Lucky. And then, of course, if we head west, if I recall correctly, let's just buff up here a second. There is copper in the very hills right next to this spire. Yeah, look, not copper, sorry. Clay. Look at that. Ow! Get some clay. Get those bricks for the forge. And there we go. Well, that should definitely net us enough of the bricks for the forge. And I'll save some of the lumps of clay because I'm not sure if we need lump of clay or if that is just turn it into bricks or not at this point. So best to just save it. And you might have noticed that my town is looking a little bit different of late. I might have to get rid of some of these trees. Some of them are looking fantastic. This one in the middle of the town, that one right there. Others are getting a little bit boisterous with clipping into things. That one's okay, but this one over here has just gone straight through the roof of the alcove. I'm not sure what it looks like inside. This one, I definitely like, oh my god, I planted these way too close. Oh, planted them way too close. But, I mean, definitely having some trees in the town. Yeah. Well, it makes the roof look interesting, but it's a little bit much, isn't it? I'm gonna have to prune. You have to prune these ones. But yeah, I mean, just like, I think it makes such a difference. Just having some wildlife around, you know? This place was so barren before. Well, barren as an open grass field could be, I suppose, but yeah, I might see if I can plant a few more shrubberies and whatnot around and continue to sort of like reforest the area a little bit. Alright, so that is the ranger vest, ranger hood, gloves, legs, boots. Although boots I've got on are quite good boots. They're the mystic ones, right? 3 health regeneration. and 600. Whereas that's 2 stamina regeneration. They look so much better, don't they? Level 18 compared to 13. It's like competition. I shouldn't have made these. I shouldn't have made them. But that is definitely better. Although, what is going on here? They are definitely better. The archer chest is identical to the ranger vest. Oh, so I don't know what looks better. I mean, the archer one looks like I'm straight out of freaking Robin Hood or something. I don't know. And I mean, that's definitely a bit of an upgrade, I suppose. I just don't know what is going on with my legs. Hang on. Well, okay, so that works if I'm wearing those, but they are definitely a downgrade. So I have to have my calves on show. Oh man, you don't get any kind of set bonus, do you? So I mean, I wonder if the other ones, the marksman legs, which is stamina regeneration, it can't actually preview what they look like. But the boots look like regular boots. So these guys are out of linen now. Hang on. Let me just correct that a second. All right, making all this. Oh, no. Damn it. I am actually out of linen. No. Waiting for my next flat field to grow up. They're still very much too little at the moment. Okay, well, I mean, I'm not sure I like running around with my calves on display. So, for the time being, I will sacrifice the better boots for having some cozy calves. This is what we are reduced to, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we are reduced to. Using nonsense. There we go. Okay, well, scout gloves as well. I am keeping my old gear, or at least most of it, or some of it, at least for a good reason. And the bricks are now done, so we can make a smelter.
Break a leg.
Break a leg to you too. May as well move this guy out of the way because there's no need to use 2 forges now. We'll put the smelter there. This will be fine. And we can make copper from charcoal and copper ore. Any more charcoal in here? Oh, yes. Gibbs. Gibbs the charcoal. I'm not sure if our kilns have been making any as well. That's acid. I may as well put that in the... in there, and that was making charcoal until it ran out of wood. Okay, that's fine. Let's get the copper, chuck that in there. I kind of wish that in some cases you could automate this in some way from the magic boxes. I mean, you got these magic boxes, right? So why can't I feed the crafting stuff with stuff from the magic boxes and just say, well, you know, just use like 30 of it or whatever, not all of it. I don't know. Maybe I'm asking too much. We got 95 copper ore. So once we get the bars then, and this is done, we can get a copper axe, copper pickaxe. The rake is the same, and lockpicks are the same. Oh, I should probably get a few of those. We can get a Valiant shield, which is 11 block. Hero shield, which is 10. That uses... Wow, okay, that uses metal sheets and linen, and that uses copper bars and linen, but that is less. Well, it's whole level better, I guess. And there's the new ghostly shield there as well. It's only 4 block. Wonder how weapons we can now get all the same stuff. It hasn't got anything new out of that. Oh, enhanced spike club. My apologies. Tank set, which uses copper bars and stuff like that. The adventurer set is been available for a little while, which also uses copper bars. That's all health regeneration, health, melee damage, health, and melee critical strike. So it's kind of like half tank, I suppose. And a copper fence. Look at that. We can make copper fences now. We can make... Well, if we had bronze bars, we could make this brick fireplace, which looks lovely. We've got the clay one with enough fired bricks, which looks pretty dope as well. The polished wooden throne, who has wood planks and copper bars. That's nice. Farmer wants to talk to us. Hello?
Welcome back.
A kettle. Yes, the kettle would be great. because that will allow us to automate some of our cooking. I'd love to cook for our crew, raise the spirit. Fireplace with a kettle would help, but I gave mine to a friend when our caravan split. He was headed to the Pike Meats Reach. Maybe we can ask for it back. Say hello to Raoul for me while you're there, please. Fireplace for the farmer. Yeah, it's all up here at Pike's Mead. Doesn't know that the whole place has been taken over by a dragon yet, does she? I'm not going to be the one to tell her. Reach the capital. Oh, has the farmer got any more new stuff, by the way, out of copper or anything like that? No, same stuff, although vegetable puree for... She could actually make this with the fireplace. All this requires chamomile tea, health regeneration, and 2 endurance. A new big fur rug is available in the Hunter with linen and dried fur. We now have wall decorations for Fell Thunderbrute, the Scavenger Matron, and the Vicar Brawler, assuming we can get the wood planks. And we can now make flare arrows, which is scouting ahead can be quite challenging, especially in the dark. The flare arrow leaves a fire at the point of impact, spending a little light. So one last thing before we go off adventuring again. I am resetting my skill points. 10 runes. Ooh. Smart a little bit, isn't it? Why, do you ask? Why am I resetting my skill points? I'll tell you why. Because this sucks. It absolutely sucks. Okay. Useful in very specific circumstances, i.e. when you're point blank and it fires 3 arrows in the face of something, kills it instantly. Wonderful. Useless at long range, which is what you use a bow for. Then it's just spraying arrows everywhere. If the multi-arrows that came out were freebies, I would say that was worthwhile. They're not free. It consumes 3 arrows to fire 3 random arrows all over the shop. Not worth it. I hope they change it so that the extra arrows are freebies. And I know they'll be like, well, where do they come from? All right, fucking magic. Make it up. But I want to be rid of that. It's not worth it. So I know I'm probably going to get roasted in the comments for this build. Bear in mind that, you know, I'm still reasonably low level. But, yeah, okay, so I've definitely got a mixed build here, a hybrid one. But then I generally do play multiple styles at the same time. So I've got some convenient stuff in here, like updraft and double jump. I've gone down the ranger route all the way to the end, ignoring multi-shot, and I just don't think that beasting is going to be particularly useful either for 3 points. Eagle's Bane, flying enemies, meh. Counter battery, again, ranged enemies. Useful to some extent, but yeah. I am curious to go down the assassin route and get shell shot once we unlock exploding arrows. At the moment, we don't have exploding arrows, so I see no reason to go down there. And then over on the opposite side of the tree here, I've got into double jump, jump attack 2, and runner. And I'm going to go up the survivor route here as well. Now, there's stuff about stamina orbs, health orbs, stuff like that. And you get health orbs from Blood Warrior as well. So you have to defeating an enemy with a sneak attack or a merciless attack, gain an orb which can restore health. Could be useful. Merciless attack is down here in the center. Perform a merciless attack when you've overpowered your enemy. Situational, but useful. Otherwise, I've got into a bit into strength, which increases general melee damage by 5%. And I'm looking to go down sort of athlete. Barbarian's tricky, because Barbarian's tailored towards two-handed weapons. But there are some stuff in Barbarian that would be useful. Shockwave and Breach, for example. Bash. But yeah, you either have to go down this route or across like that from Bash down to Shockwave to get this. That means you're going to be spending 5 points on a two-handed perk, which isn't ideal. Whereas this route is all useful stuff. Beast as well, more health. You know, it's all good stuff ultimately and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think we're going to be down into tank. And if we do get merciless attack, we can also unlock power parry, which increases the enemy's stun bar gain on parry attack. So we'll see how this build goes. I've not got any like super special stuff, but it could be fun going for the power attack stuff. That could be a good option for me when I am stuck into melee brawling. Let's find out how it works, shall we? Here's candidate number 1. A basic ghoul. Ah, wait, hang on. That backfired. Here we go. Oh, that's not bad. Ow. I wanted to get behind. Like that. Except he managed to actually hit me on the swing pass there, didn't he? Stop turning around! I want to get behind you! Oh, another one. There we go. Yeah, effective backstab, 92. Of course, it would help if I knew what my backstab damage was before this fight, of course. Also, my double jump seems to just be glide. Jump, jump. Smash. I mean, it's fun. And it does do an enormous amount of damage, in fairness. But it also uses an enormous amount of stamina with that, so... I'd have to keep an eye on the stamina bar with that one, but... Ultimately, being a ranger build as well does mean I do come with a lot of stamina. It could work out. Stamina strength. Another ancient obelisk, at least. Nestled within the Starfall Kingdom, a chasm so deep its contents have eluded us for millennia. No secret can resist illumination by light of the eternal flame. An archaic evil, brewing, growing. It must be buried, flooded, and sealed. Humanity should never brush against these tendrils of pandemonium. So whoever built these obelisks then knew of the shroud. The ancients. And I believe there's a book down here as well. Yep. The lady that was studying Lorraine. After weeks of in-depth study, I found parallels between the simplified ancient phonetic characters to the historic origins of phonetic human writing. I theorized that the modern alphabetical system may be derived of an ancient syllabary. Sadly, the investigation could not continue due to a deathly and strange odor emitted from a nearby opening. It has clouded the minds of my researchers and caused everyone headaches, just like the ancient writing, but worse. Why did the ancients not simply create a traditional alphabet instead of relying on multiple unique, overly complex symbols for every single syllable? Pictograms would have done the job too. Oh, Lorraine. Where's the fun in that? Are you going to make an ancient language and then, like, you know, try and get people to decipher it? You want to make sure the people deciphering it are smart enough to decipher it. And that might mean that they might be smart enough to understand it, comprehend the complexity of what you're talking about. Yeah, here we are, Glenwood's End. Big place, this, full of bad things. Lots of buildings and such to explore as well. We've located one of the bad things straight away. Double kill! Yeah! It's fun. Yeah, it's fun. Any sort of melee build might be quite fun for me. I also might enjoy that. So, yeah. Might have to investigate that a little bit further later on, I think. We tried Mage on the Chaos Crew streams, tried Ranger and Bow Guy on this on this playthrough. Haven't tried full melee build yet. Many soldiers died to not protect this place. Ultimately, their deaths were in vain, and that blows. Hey, get back here when I'm trying to shoot in the face. How's that scatter shot working out for you? Not good, is it? I do miss the passive heal that my Mystic Boots gave me. My Mystic Boots that I gave up because my calves were exposed. They give me a passive health regeneration that I don't have anymore. I'm not enjoying that. But I'm not sure whether it's worth having my calves out. It's the most bizarre thing to be upset about. I don't know, I imagine lots of people get upset about that sort of stuff. The cosmetics of the game. Like, I don't want to look like an absolute tool running around the wilderness here. You know, we go everywhere and everybody just laugh at me going like, why are your trousers not long enough, huh? Who tailored that? Yeah? Did you get them off of a dwarf? Yeah? It's just not worth the insults. Big guy. Here we go. Do the ads first. I find with these guys, you really have to take your time. Because they hurt. They hurt. Ooh, got one of his cleavers though. That is getting insta-scrapped. Soz. But also not soz. Bye. That was even after we blew him up. Aha, I recognize you. Yeah. Secret door. The crimes of Glenwood's end. His Excellency, the benevolent King Gormander, demands justice for the murder of Royal Inquisitor Lachlan. The delivery of his severed head to King's court was an act of aggression that will follow with swift punishment. May the King's retribution be a swift lesson that the laws of Embervale still prevail. Ooh. Look at this. Boy. Sit down. You can't path around a simple wall, then you don't deserve life. Simple as that. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't get that medium backpack, did I? Whoops. Time for a flame altar and a spot of fast travel magic. Damn it. Fucking enemies. Bingo. There we go. Let's head home. It's dark as well, so this is good timing. Alright, well, bigger backpack. Looks good. Looks pretty good. I've also taken the liberty of crafting the new marksman trousers, which do fit correctly and give me stamina regeneration, and mystic boots are back on with their health regeneration as well. But I do get, obviously, life leech as well from the Ring of Endless, but there's only 3% chance, so, you know, whatever. Anyway, the point is, I was finding myself low on health. Now, the scavenger Gorger Matron health bar is appearing above me right now. It means I am in very close proximity to the boss of this location. I'm going to find her, and I'm going to murder her. I've got a lot of ads, though. Switching to copper poison arrows. Actually does more damage if you shoot her in the gut than the head. That, whoopsie daisy. Alright. That helmet of hers seems to protect her well. Getting nice backstabber damage on there now. Lovely, 209 crit. There's a guy up there. Maybe that was the guy down there I killed. Oh, she's going down. Regular copper arrows it is then. Oh, that hurts. Disgusting. Ow, Jesus Christ. Through the gap in the wall. What the? Seriously? Also, did my food just wear out, like literally just then? Because that is the worst freaking... That is a very unfortunate series of events. And I'm not standing for it. Nah. Problem is, of course, she would have regened all of her health. So I gotta start over again. That's it. Get down. I should never really gone for the melee. I think I stayed at range from the beginning. Like that. All would have been fine. But another matron down. And there's a two-handed flail as well. Bye-bye. Also got another archer chest, but also it's just the same as my current top, so it's also going to be a bye-bye from me. And speaking of bye-bye, that is all we have time for today, ladies and gentlemen. Glenwood's end is mine. It's all mine. I shall take my time and I shall pillage and loot. But I'll see you guys next time. We're going to head over to the capital and deal with whatever nonsense is going on over here. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.